Chronicles 2.
You are clear to level the building.
Do you have any more personnel in the area? Okay, right now.
W231. Now we go directly west, about approximately 100 meters.
Hey, this is Bedrock. Welcome to the War Room, and we're going to begin our second series of the Church Chronicles. This is episode 0 of season 2, and there are a lot of changes. We're using a lot more mods. We have a UI interface change, so it looks more like RimWorld if you've ever seen that game, but you'll be able to see the soldiers' faces up at the top of the screen, make it easier to select and see what's going on and what soldiers have abilities left, hit points, things like that. So it's a really cool change. I also added a really cool mod that actually makes it look more like a battle. The enemies and the teammates will be firing continually, even though it really doesn't matter until it's actually their turn. But it does give it a much more of a battlefield flavor with all kinds of guns going off at the same time and stuff. So it's a neat little mod, cosmetic more than anything, but it's really cool. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to look at a few changes that we're making. And then we're going to go ahead and get ready to start over with the first Gatecrasher episode and starting with our new soldiers. And then we're going to be playing and having a good time. So off we go. The first new class that we're adding is actually a revised Field Medic. And so this has a lot more perks. As you can see, there's 3 trees instead of 2. And so that's going to be a new character class that changed in this playthrough. The second class that changes in this is called the Tank class. As you can see, he's got a unique drone up here off of his shoulder, 3 sets of perks. This particular class is designed to draw enemy attention. It has a feature here called Here I Am, and it makes everybody look at him and attack him. So if you have someone exposed, he can activate this perk, draw fire toward him to help save his teammate. The great thing about a tank is you're going to have to do every kind of defensive perk, armor, modifier, everything that's defensive goes to this guy. He also has a function called Protection Protocol, and he has the ability to hack as well. So definitely an interesting character class to play with. And this is going to be the funnest class, I would have to say, that we're going to play. You guessed it, Jedi. Look at that lightsaber. Ain't that awesome? And so this can be a little bit overpowered. So here's what we're going to do as far as this campaign goes. We're going to get 1 Jedi whenever we can train one. We're going to get 1 Jedi to go completely down the light side. And this would be like a Luke Skywalker. He'll have light colored clothing, and so he'll be the light side. We will also have a second Jedi, an actual Sith. He'll be in the dark side. And what this will be is this will be in total black, and he'll be a Sith Lord. We will only allow a maximum of 1 light and 1 dark in the game. If a third one generates, he will go down the center, which is a neutral between light and dark. And we're going to call this, we got the guy on the light side is going to be called a Jedi. The guy in the dark is going to be called a Sith. This one will be called a Padawan. Even though it does have a Padawan level here, we're going to go ahead and keep him brown in uniform. And he'll have all the abilities that are in the center tree. And so we're not going to mix and match. There's dynamics in this mod where the more dark actions you do, the more dark points you accumulate, and the later things become much, much more powerful. Some of the things that this guy is going to be able to do in the game is going to be awesome. But again, very OP, so we're only going to have 1 per game, not per squad, just 1 per game. And then we're going to throw that in there and have an occasional Jedi and see how that works. But they've got some pretty phenomenal powers. The guy that made this mod really outdid himself, and so we'll be playing with that and seeing how that goes without breaking the game, but looking forward to that one as well. Okay, and that's the end of our intro for episode 0, and we'll be back with episode 1. Like or subscribe and enjoy the playlist.